YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another YouTube read, another collective YouTube read. I hope this finds y'all at a resonant time in y'all's day. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. I thank you for all the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. All the donations are so very appreciated. All the super things, thank you so much. Off the top, I'm picking up on the channel message I had. I'm starting to get the channel messages before. Usually I like to dive into them and like see and figure it out like a maze, like a puzzle. I like to do that. It's my mind. But I got a channel message so far. We're gonna take this out too. Temperance to start off. But their cord to you is or was blocking your blessings. So I'm picking up on an energy that, I had gotten a couple of downloads, and I've been going through a lot of parts of my own spiritual journey, and I think I'm being used to kind of relay this, parts of my path. And I would go through streak points, and, streak points speaking spiritually, so momentum points, shifts. I'd go through grand changes, in my dark journeys. And when I say dark journeys, transformation, cocoon, void, the void space, the yin energy, that's what I mean by darkness. It's a connotation. It's an awareness shift for somebody that's significant. But when I was going through these momentous shifts, I would like to feel good about myself with other people, at least like trying to celebrate with others, give to others. It makes me, that's one of my love languages, giving to other people, like seeing people happy, being able to make people happy. I don't know. It's one of my things, right? But I realized, those things, the allocation of flow of those said things would stop, or it would slow down drastically, based off of certain energies that I would have corded to me. And I didn't believe it at first, of course, but I would notice it intuitively until, I would keep doing the same shit. Like I said, I'm hard-headed. I learned 202 as I say this, is whoever I'm picking up on, you may be hard-headed. But, I kept going, back to said people or certain environments that may have had certain attachments that I didn't know about, or you wouldn't be consciously aware of unless you're that tapped in to peep it, right? I wasn't at this time. But it really taught me that cords and connections to people really do impact your money, and it does impact your flow of energy. This is significant for somebody, because snake energies, even unbeknownst to you, even if you're getting that inclination, like you're getting a funny feeling about somebody with the chariot, you're getting like a intuitive sign to your that gut system, because the chariot, willpower, I resonate willpower with the solar plexus chakra. Your sense of self, your inner stability, right? And a lot of people, as this shit just tilted, they wanted that to tilt. Some people, energies around you want that to tilt for you. And I realized for me in my situation, people didn't like my willpower and how I did what I did and how it kind of radiated a certain way. And it didn't seem to be possible, like in a certain scenario. So like I didn't have a car, I didn't have a license. I still don't have my license. That's significant for somebody. I still don't. But I could do all these other things, and people just like, I don't believe that shit. I don't, you know what I mean? But I don't think that was what it was. But people had this jealousy that was formed or behind my back that I was not aware of. But I was getting these inclinations, and I would doubt it, and I would still want to celebrate with these certain people. But the celebration started to minimalize, because I wouldn't be able to be celebratory or be put into that state or align with it as easily as I was doing it in a natural way before, when I would be isolated to myself. This is significant for somebody, because sometimes you don't even know the cords that are attaching to you that don't want to see you win or succeed. This is very significant for somebody, because you got to have grace on yourself, enough grace on yourself, and enough grounding and alignment, and not alignment, but space within yourself to sit on that and be able to see the snakes in your grass, in your garden, and to be able to perceive it. Because a lot of times we're so forward movement in the world that we live in, it trains us to be grind mode. You got to keep moving. Sometimes you don't see it. You won't see it. But isolation, what I'm getting, isolation saved your life. You may be being guided to isolate. If this is a current situation, maybe being guided to just isolate, protect your peace. There's nothing wrong with that, But cutting cords with dynamics, circumstances, situations, and especially cycles of pattern of thoughts, looking at yourself in a certain way, mistakes that you've made. That's a big one. I've made so many mistakes that it's such a mental kind of battle to keep affirming yourself out of not reapproaching yourself to said situation and trying, in not trying to, but unconsciously trying to reawaken a situation that you've already grown out of, reawaken a version of yourself that you've already grown past, reawaken a certain connection or a certain beef, certain conflict, certain tension, certain whatever, a certain lack that you've already sprung out of. You know, sometimes we need to isolate, you know, that doesn't even mean physical isolation all the time. Check your blind spots is coming up. Sometimes we just need the psychological space and time, whether that's just going to the lake and just sitting alone and just pondering, meditating on things. But with the Five of Swords energy, sometimes it's hard to see people that have that win at all cost energy, especially liars. A big thing, a lot of envy and a lot of narratives, a lot of your enemies, what I'm picking up on, it comes from liars that have to maintain a lie, to stabilize a lie. And when your movements or actions contradict said statements, that's what backfires onto them. And now they have to take upon, either they have to gaslight you back into whatever they made statement-wise about you, narrative-wise, or they have to act like they're in said beef with you or compete with you to take you down, destroy what you're doing, destroy you, destroy whatever. It's a very narcissistic mindset. It's very simple. It's very it's not calculated. It's very expected. It's another word for expected, but you can read it. You can see it. It's the same thing. Those prying eyes around you. Sometimes it don't even be people hating on you, trying to bully you. Some people, it be them people that slept on you and don't want to look stupid. That's significant for somebody. It's a really narcissistic day and age. So that shit right there be the reason that motherfuckers get killed. That should be the reason people get robbed. That should be the reason people get jumped. For that, based on somebody's fucking lie that they gotta keep up. Based on somebody's power tripping fucking ego that they gotta fucking keep up. That's shit I dealt with growing up. That's why I'm on guard with niggas. That's why it's like, everything, reputation's everything to certain people. Maybe this is significant for a certain situation with somebody I'm picking up on, where reputation's everything. And so you may not be giving a fuck about that. You know what I mean? You respect yourself, right? But with me, I'm getting throat chakra attacks. But with me, a lot of people don't like me speaking my truth. Maybe they don't like you speaking your truth. So I would do it in such adverse ways to make, you know what I mean? Almost being like that badass kid that like, he know damn well he know what the fuck he's doing, but it's for a reason. Like the kid's doing it for a reason. The badass child, it's usually for a deeper reason. That's kind of how I used to react to the world until I really took control over that shit and realized that they just wanted to control how I looked at myself. Significant for somebody. Be attentive to what's around you. All that bullshit energy, you know what I mean? You can sense it from a mile away, but sometimes we don't know what that sensing is. And this may be just a big awakening for somebody to like, oh, it's a big green light. Like, yeah, they're right in front of me. Those are my snakes. Like, yeah, it's a confirmation for somebody right now. You're in alignment with your desires. The more and more how I sought the things, like when I say snakes, it doesn't mean I'm beefing with these people. It doesn't mean this. It's just people that talk differently about you than they talk to you in your face. That's all. Like, or they represent something differently about you to other people than they do to you. That's a difference. That's what I'm talking about, that energy. You're very beautiful or handsome, whoever I'm picking up on, and a lot of people don't like that. They want you to be in your head about that shit. Eight of Swords energy, it's like people that either how you look to people, come off to people, it doesn't even have to be physically, energetically. People don't like that shit. You're a very powerful being, you know what I mean? And nothing changes that. But I'm picking up on that energy. I really knew, I wasn't even going to do this video, but I felt the channel message, it kept coming back to me, like that cord connected to you, that was or is connected to you, is blocking your blessings. Emperor energy, it's a need to be in this empowering state of being while the world card comes out. That's a canceling of cycles or collapsing cycles, collapsing old cycles so the world can open up for you. So new opportunities, expansion. It's an expansion card after a time of release. It's significant. Queen of Swords energy, a need to be perceptually on point, perceptive and on point. We're going to do that. Perceptive and on point at this time with people that may try to come back around, may try to lure you somewhere. Luring you into locations is significant. Very interesting. But as you follow your yellow brick road, you can't be lured anywhere. Being lured, that's when you know it's manipulation. You know what that feels like. That word, the feeling that you get from that word, you know what that feeling feels like. They can't lure you anywhere. Those that reach out right after return to senders are your hidden perpetrators. You may have connections to ancient Egypt. Industry sacrifice is significant. This is all probably an organized plan. A lot of times with chosen beings, there's organized plots and plans, matrix systems that are literally orchestrated or begin to be orchestrated upon the awakening to your power or your presence or what you can provide to them if they take you out. That's significant for somebody. You have to understand your worth spiritually, physically, emotionally, or psychologically, and or these things. They can be a combination. But you're gifted somewhere. You have a prominence somewhere that people attack on a spiritual level to take. That's the goal, to take. Everything works out for you and people are enraged by this. This could be your essence. King of Swords energy. I'm getting people are like committed. I'm getting these are other people committed to like going at you. Or they were. Success naturally follows you. This was other people committed to going at you. Because you're irreplaceable. It'd be the ones that like maybe didn't see your worth or maybe like talked down on you before. That be the main ones gunning for you. Because of that, it's really a self-reflection. New levels, new devils. And all it is a distance thing, man. It's like their core to you is blocking your blessings. There we go. And all it is a distance thing. And that people reacting in that way, Ace of Swords, this is the truth. People reacting narcissistically to you, taking space for yourself. I'm gonna say this. I can't say this, like stress this enough. That is a very sure sign that you probably need distance from that person. That is a very narcissistic trait. We don't call everybody a narcissist because I know a few. And a lot of people are narcissistic in this day and age, but these aren't narcissists. These are weak or damaged or hurt people that won't heal. But I know a few true narcissists, like actually authentic. And that's something that like is totally different level than this. But that's a narcissistic ass trait for a lot of people to do this based on you taking love for yourself. There's a need for you to bask in yourself and not isolate. I don't think isolation is being advised in this. I think you're being redirected to better. Like be redirected to like go to nature. Whether that better is your own company, whether that better is like somebody else coming into your life that you weren't expecting. Because that jealousy from old past people it's just not gonna work. Death spells work, it don't work. Like that's an alchemical opportunity to transmute and transcend the densities. That's what they are. And this brings a tower to your enemies because they can't alchemize what they put out. You're not the one putting it out. They're gonna end up in that Three of Swords energy that they wanted for you, that suffering, grief, and heartbreak. I don't know why people want this for other people. Like I was at hurt points in my life where I did, but I learned so quick. It took me time. I was hard-headed. Don't get it fucked up. I wanted things for people too at certain points because of the ignorance of my self-worth. You know what I mean? That may be significant for somebody, the perception of seeing the motives of somebody, seeing where they come from a soul level, because you're really not looking at yourself highly if you really spending so much time thinking like that about somebody else. I know God forbid, because God puts us in situations where God tests the shit out of us, right? You may want to hurt that person. You may want to do this, say that. You may really want to on a human emotional level, but it's really worth the expression of which over you trying to handle out some type of karmic lesson to somebody, trying to be God in somebody's life. It's significant for somebody. I feel like people are trying to play God in your life and now you're embarrassing them because it's just not working. They try to be frugal over your energy, possessive over your energy. That's where that narcissistic shit comes in. They are jealous of your shine and the way others view you. What's new? With that, it's just like a need to just move away from that energy. It's a need to just relocate from this energy. It's just a confirmation message and a clear up for somebody. People want a destiny swap with you. That's really what it is. Some people don't want to kill you. Some people don't want to rob you. Some people, it's not that. It's your essence. You know, they want to switch it. If they could switch their life with you, they probably would. Ten of Pentacles energy, because they look at you in this energy, the Ten of Pentacles. They look at you as the gold mine. They look at you as the rich, the success, because you are, whoever I'm talking to. And you're overthinking your power. You're overthinking your presence. You're overthinking your worth. And I did a lot of my life growing up. That's where my karma came from. That may be significant for somebody. You're a chosen one. It's like that verse in the Bible that I was talking about the other day. You are one of the only families that I know here on this earth, or one of the only families of the earth that I know. Or I don't want to misspeak it. But so therefore I will punish only you for your iniquities. This is that type of energy though, because you not standing your power, you not upholding your role that you don't know is going to impact other people. You get punished for that. That's significant for somebody because your auric field brings rainbows into people's days, and your power is felt and seen by many and can activate others. You're an immortal being in the flesh, so you need to carry out your mission, whoever I'm speaking to. And it's not like I'm pushing you. It's more so like a reminder, you know, like you're here for a reason, and there's a reason you're getting attacked. There's a reason you get targeted. There's a reason you get all this shit. There's a reason. That's significant for somebody. Your one-sided competitors are ashamed of themselves because you don't fucking shoot back.